You gotta love these Suns, man. This is amazing. This is amazing. Hello, 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 hello. We're back. We are so back. We never left, baby. There's no need to say we're back because we never left. Oh my goodness. Let's just jump right into this one. What up, Suns fans? Suns win their seventh straight game on the season. Final score 114 to 113. Yeah, it was this close. Suns get another win over the Dallas Mavs. We will be talking all this and more in just one quick moment.
Gorgeous move from Bradley Beal.
Personally, I feel like their brother needed help.
Devin Booker with the clutch three.
My first reaction after watching this game is what's gonna beat the Suns? Okay. Now, I think that's a pretty simple question. Um, it is still early in the season. All right. It is still early. This is game 9. Okay. Quite simply, the Suns have not faced that many what you would assume to be playoff teams. That's going to change over the season, of course, because injuries have been plaguing some teams. But at this point, the Suns are now 8-1 on the season. Um, I believe they put it up during. I watched the local broadcast instead of the national one. Thank God. Uh, from what I hear, the ESPN was pretty bad from Suns' perspective, anyway. And they mentioned a stat saying this was like the best season starter for a coach. So Mike Boltenhoser, an 8-1 Phoenix just season start is amazing. We are so high on this mountain right now. It's beautiful the way the Suns are playing right now. I've gone on about it in past episodes and I won't go on it now. But oh my god, dude. My full reaction just stating this out right now is I was not at all freaked out during this game. In fact, I straight up knew these are wild claims I'm making, but I straight up knew from how much I watched the Suns that they were going to walk away with a win tonight. Now, obviously, this segues into my globe, my showboating little excuse here. Still right on the predictions. Another win for the Suns, 4 straight. Uh, I'm predicting we win against Sacramento, but more on that later. They definitely, the Suns definitely, the universe is definitely trying their best to make me rethink all my predictions because there is a lot going wrong today. First of all, if you have been watching my pregame primers, Beal has still been dealing all of this with a shoulder injury. He keeps being on the injury report, and it's crazy because he's still playing really high level basketball here. He is doing amazing defensively. He is just amazing out there. Another spacer on the floor, and it really works, allowing KD to get these clutch shots that we have, and it's amazing. Book was also was listed as questionable. I didn't get it into my pregame primer, but Book was listed as injured, or not being injured, as being having an illness. So he was a little sick before this game. He seems fine. He seemed fine when he entered the arena, and I just before I went live here, I saw like the interview they do after games, and both look fine. So I mean, it's not probably just like a simple cold or something. Um, but he was listed as questionable. And then I didn't. I didn't have my live reaction to this. I could have definitely had my live reaction to this last episode, but apparently Ryan Dunn was injured also from last game. Since I was doing this show, I did not look at my phone and see that news come through. So there might be news going on right now that I don't know of. But so that's three concerning injuries for the Suns. Big time defender in Ryan Dunn. Beal obviously being injured, not being 100% is always not what you like ideally. And Book, well, him being sick is definitely not what we need. And this game was this game was pure cinema. All right, we are getting to games where this is cinema, like absolute crazy. We'll get to the fourth quarter in a second here. It started off a little slow. Okay, there was some buildup. The Phoenix Suns played really well in the first quarter, especially in the second half. Um, we'll be getting more into that later. Uh, but mainly, I just kind of want to start this off. How um, I just want to ask the question of how who's going to stop the Suns now? It's I'll admit it. Being a Suns fan, um, it's a little biased when you've only faced LA twice. Well, you faced the Clippers twice, you faced the Lakers twice. We now face the Mavericks twice, and throw in a wild game of Miami 76ers and the Trailblazers. So, I mean, not a good collection. 76ers were injured. Miami, no, actually, we could take that Miami in stride. Um, they were fully kind of healthy on that one. And even against this Mavs team, they're somewhat fully healthy. It's just crazy that at this point, it's I don't know what could defeat the Suns. The Suns are making a case for themselves right now that they are a team that fights back, they scratch, and they will not go down without a fight. Really, an admirable enemy when you get down to the end of the day. And in a competitive sport like basketball, that's an amazing, just kind of what's the word here? Just kind of reputation to have, to where you cannot give the Suns an inch or they're going to run a mile. And that's just simply it. Uh, a little embellishing on a little of these statements, as that's one of the problems I have with the Suns, kind of not making them pay soon enough. But that's whatever. But so far it's just like what at this point is going to take down these Suns. We've seen it from the Lakers when they had their incredible start to the season. Not so much now, but the Suns they kind of lost it in that second half. Not gonna lie, they did a really good first half, and then they lost it in the second half. So, but since then they've really improved on that, and they've become near impossible. Well, I don't know about impossible, but as of right now, they're a really good second half team. And well, there's a lot of contradictions to that statement I just made, but I'm just really curious going forward onto this season what matchups like against OKC and Boston are going to look like. Cuz once we get to those games, we're going to be really seeing how far the Suns can go this season. All right? We've gotten pretty lucky with all these games. Um, when you think about it, the Suns aren't your standard 8-1 team. You know, we're 8-1, amazing, 7 game winning streak, amazing. But those haven't been like complete dominance. It's always come down, especially in the last 3 games. It's come down to the last quarter. if if we even just have a little bad luck and we miss those shots, we would be in a very bad situation here. But you know, now it works into our favor. We've made those shots. We've literally are one of the most clutchest teams in the NBA. It's amazing. So until we get to those OKC games, which we should be seeing an OKC matchup here coming soon in the in-season tournament. So that is going to be interesting to see where the Suns lay on the grander scale of the NBA. So very interesting stuff on what the Suns are doing and what they can. But we just get dubs. We get dubs. All right. But as amazing as Suns have been having a second half here, um, we didn't have that much of a good half here in the in Sons of Mavericks. So let's actually start talking about the game here. First quarter, amazing. Okay, right off the bat, we had amazing uh, like contributions from Tyus Jones. This is the first kind of game where I've looked at Tyus Jones. I've seen Tyus Jones play, and I'm like, wow, that is what he can elevate this team to be. He was amazing out today, and I will give him his flowers this time. I've been kind of reducing to Tyus Jones as like kind of a footnote in most of the games, most of season games this year, but tonight I will give him his flowers. Okay. Tyus Jones was 7 of 13 from the field, 3 of 5 from three, and holy crap, he had 3 turnovers. That's pretty tough. But he had 5 assists, 2 rebounds, and a steal. Most of those rebounds came really in the first quarter when he was able to grab rebounds and then he was able to immediately turn the pace, just run up the field. He had some crazy passes tonight. Okay, right to KD, boom, buckets, easy. Tyus Jones was just amazing tonight, and we've really been, or I can't speak for the wider Suns community as maybe we haven't been giving the Suns or Tyus his flowers yet. But tonight I will definitely will. He was absolutely amazing. And especially during the clutch, him and KD just really turned this game around in the fourth, as I expected. I mean, I expected KD to turn this game around in the fourth. Didn't expect Tyus to turn this game around in the fourth, but he was an overall +5 on the stat sheets. 17 points, just amazing effort from Tyus. I loved what he did this game. He just brought like this. The first quarter was really slow. You could tell the Mavs and Suns were easing into a long night, as we would soon find out. But Tyus was kind of the first. I mean, there was bench subs, but I mean Tyus really pushed the Suns, and we ended up blowing the Mavs out in the first quarter. 10-point lead, amazing. Second quarter, a little more tougher because Mavs started to play defense, and we didn't have the best of lineups out there. But what we did have is we had an appearance of Josh Okogie. Josh Okogie has stepped in tonight for 5 minutes. He only stepped in for 5 minutes. He's a -1 on the stat sheet, but I actually don't blame him at all for that. I would rather argue that Josh Okogie was amazing tonight. I mean, in the 5 minutes, you over the years, over the past season, Okogie has been a little gray spot for the Suns. His 3-point shot has just not met the standards of this team and what this team needed last year, and probably going this year forward. So that 3-point shot is very just questionable. But what I do appreciate about Josh Okogie is his ability to hustle, and he has an amazing, just like once he gets under the rim, he can make anything. I swear, I've seen that guy put in amazing buckets from under the rim. He's just amazing when he gets down there. And he also was drawing fouls out there tonight. He took an offensive charge, and you know, I mean, but who wasn't this game? This game was full of actors. But and that's something I'm going to call out the Mavs fans for. Uh, to the Mavs players, good game, nice, really nice. Mav fans, you've got. I see why you were Western Conference champions last year. Kyrie Irving is something else. Um, but that's where there's a compliment starts. Stop. Sorry, no more compliments. As Mavs fans just really turn a blind eye to justice. You know, there was a specific Luca play where he obviously flopped and he got the situation just right where it was in his favor and the refs rewarded him for it. But you know, when the Suns got a foul and they basically used the same tactic Luca was using, they all acting, all acts, Mets fan food. Which okay, I get it. Fine, whatever. We lost, you won. Cry about it. So Okogie, pretty great minutes. I'd say the lineup he was with wasn't the best. Kogi had a great night. He just wasn't with the best lineup out there, and you know that made the second quarter really tough when Mavs started playing harsh defense, and we were clamped. So, but really, all we had to do in the second quarter was survive, and that was a majority of that's what I would use to describe the Suns in the second and the third quarter was survive. The lineups out there weren't the best. They weren't playing the best basketball out there in the second and third, but Bud recognized that and threw out some lineups. I mean some lineups that they would still keep things competitive because the idea even if we lost the third, we ended up losing the third, but you need to keep things competitive, especially in this game, uh, so you can have these clutch moments and win the game in the fourth, right? So I pretty much compliment Bud on his whole time management or I I guess stamina management here because he really just orchestrated keeping the Suns in this whole game. And even though we lost the third, the Mavs were really hot that third to open that third quarter. You know, we still survived, and we actually were leading by the end of the third. So amazing, amazing effort from the whole team to keep them alive. And in the fourth, especially, that's when I knew the Suns. It was time to dominate. Okay, it's just it's just facts at this point. All right, the Suns in the fourth dominate. It's as clear as day as that. You sub in KD, you throw him in there, and he's gonna get you buckets. And the win, even though he didn't have the winning game. And let's talk about KD. Okay, we're already talking about him. Amazing. I'm wearing the KD shirt for what? 3 straight nights now? 6 straight nights? It's been a whole week. Okay, it this it looks like I'm trapped in time here. Like I, other than these shirts that change and the days since the last meltdown, which is almost to 200 by the way, which is where you want it. KD has been too good recently. I just have to been forced to keep wearing his jersey. But I am not complaining one bit, even though I just was. Because KD is still KD. 26 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks, one turnover. Amazing. And 7 of 7 free throws. Oh my God. Amazing. I've really run out of words for KD. I've grown to appreciate him a lot over the course of the season. And yeah, clutch player of the year. I'm still on that. Clutch player of the year. Even though he missed a three in the fourth, which well, we're gonna ignore that. But he's been having a really amazing uh, time in the clutch. I actually have some stats this time with me. Um, KD has put up 29 points within the clutch, and that's tied for first of the whole league. So amazing. Already 29 points. All right. He is 67% from the field, which is the second in all of the league. He has 3 blocks in a clutch times, and which is the first. And he is a plus 29 overall in clutch. So that is the third league best. So he just keeps doing it, man. KD this really changed this game around, and that's what I was talking about. Just throw out some lineups, survive the second and third quarter, and then flip the script come fourth quarter. All right, and obviously it's pretty sad to be saying survive these minutes because we have a big three here. KD shouldn't be having to come in and these clutch moments at the time. We haven't had a game where we've had trash time minutes. It, we can't keep doing this the whole season, right? KD can't keep doing this at all season. As much as I praise him for being the clutchest player in the NBA, how long could he keep doing this before something gives? You know? And right now, he's not having much help from Beal or Booker. Booker has been Devon Booger. That nickname is more relevant now because he's sick. Devon Booger, 5 of 13, 1 of 8. I mean, for a game where he's sick, not that bad. I didn't expect Book to be like amazing tonight, but he kind of surprised me on the way he went out there. He had some crazy buckets, and that really helped a lot. It was just enough to get us by. So I guess he did have some help in that way. But Booker, double double, 13 points, 12 assists, and he had 6 rebounds. That's crazy. That is crazy. Although a minus 17. Beal, on the other hand, I mean, he's been dealing with this shoulder injury the entire this like last 5 games probably. I look at the injury report after like every game, and at this point, I've lost count. I don't even know how long he's had this shoulder injury. I'm pretty sure he was born with this shoulder injury, man. At this point, like Christ. He had 15 points, 16 of 17, and 1 of 7 from three. I mean, Bill had just as an awful night as Book. Although basically both of them just came in clutch with their mid range games. They were pretty crucial in that department. I mean, they're all these guys have mid range deities. Okay, so of course they're going to score from the mid range. Although interesting on note on Beal, I knew he would in going into the fourth. It, I may have looked at the stat at halftime, but basically by fourth, Beal has not made it three. But as soon as the fourth quarter turns on, I know he's hitting in three. Okay, just something about the fourth. It changes. Something changes, and it's like, okay, I need to make this bucket. And Bill was able to swish a huge three. It's just weird. It's magic at this point. Um, so thanks to Bill. Like Bill and Book contributed just enough tonight to give us this edge, this 1 point victory, which is crazy. Any worse of a night, and we wouldn't be sitting here. I wouldn't be sitting here happy with a 7 game winning streak. It's crazy how close this game came down to the narrow. And for to finish off the starters here, Nurkic. God. Okay, we actually might be back with Nurkic. Nurkic is definitely a problem now. So last game, he stunned everyone, absolutely stunned everyone, including myself, going 3-3 from the 3 point line. This game, he opens it up going 2 of 2 from the 3 point line. He had a 5 3 point, he hit five threes in a row over the course of these 2 games. Now, Nurk did end up taking 2 more threes, and he missed both of those. So he ended tonight with a 2 and 4 3 point. So 50%, still not bad for the big fella. Okay, that's just amazing. uh, and speaking more about Nurk here, he had the game winner. Oh my god, Nurk this game, man, is crazy. Him clutching up at the end there. I believe the broadcast brought it up here, but Nurk had like the last 5 Suns points. One was a dunk, and two was the most clutchest rebound I've seen in my life, and then a foul. I actually recorded my reaction to the last 10 minutes of this game. Um, so I expect a video about that coming soon, maybe tomorrow. Okay, that last 10 minutes was crazy, and Nurkic getting that clutch rebound, still amazing. I mean, he had a bit of an icky second quarter, half, uh, but like he's still amazing. 15 points. He was -3, but whatever. Again, just doing whatever needs to be done with this team, to for this team to win here. It's absolutely insane. And while we're talking about whatever the team needs to be doing to win, Royce O'Neal, oh my god. Okay. I'm trying to not be the overreactive, just kind of overreactive fan here. I'm trying to remain like realistic here. But holy crap, Royce O'Neal might be a sixth man of the year candidate. This guy's crazy. He was a plus 14. He had a perfect game. He was 7 of 7 before missing a crucial layup at the end of this game, which by the way, wide open. He could have definitely made that. The way Royce O'Neal was playing this game, he could have definitely made that layup, but he left it short. Dirk was able to grab it, save him, and then they fouled him. But other than that little clutch miss up, Royce O'Neal, beautiful game. He 4-4 from 3, 18 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Uh, just 6 man a year stats. This is amazing. Yeah. Whew. I'm trying to not, like I said, I don't want to be the overreacting fan here. I'm trying to remain realistic. But at this point, conversations got to be had, man. Royce O'Neal, what a game, man. What a game. He just keeps continuing doing, what the frick? He keeps doing amazing things on this team. And, well, to wrap it up, Plumlee, also, he had a mate. Plumlee is all right. He was all right. 2-2. Missed both free throws, which during a clutch moment in the third quarter. Pretty rough. Pretty rough. Was a +4, weirdly. Um, Grayson Allen came into the game also. 0-4. So I guess this breaks the 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 kind of myth I was kind of calculating here over the past few episodes. Um, that like only Grayson Allen could go off from three. Uh, Meanwhile, what's his name? Ryan. I'm pausing on names. Ryan Dunn can't miss. Like one of them has to be on. One of them has to be shooting from three. Grayson Allen either shoots goes off from three or Ryan Dunn goes off for three. It can't be both of them. But Ryan Dunn was sitting out tonight, and Grayson Allen still missed a lot of threes. To be good, well, not to be fair, they were not the greatest looks. Like they weren't open, they weren't give me's, which is a little sad. But I mean, Grayson Allen also just filling in the cracks for this team as he had some crazy, like, boom, tap out rebounds, which is amazing. And that's it from the whole team. Just a crazy game, absolute crazy game. Um, Reading the comments here, Cooper. Yeah, I agree with you, man. Absolute cinema. The down stretch of this game, if you happen to watch it in that fourth quarter, was just crazy. I knew the Suns were gonna walk away with the win here because I just they've been so clutch. But Kyrie Irving had me questioning me for a second there. I knew they had to sub in KD at some point. They subbed him in at the 7 mark in the fourth quarter because I know um, the Suns were down at that point, and you kind of want to sub in KD, not only because he's the clutchest player in the league, um, but also just to account for any other like weird magic, Luca magic, one could say. And I just did not expect Kyrie to go off from that. That place was rocking. Dallas can get loud, let me tell you. Uh, that's that just fourth quarter scary stuff. But I mean, if you know this team already, all right, we clutch. There's no reason to be scared unless those OKC games and Boston games are uh, really bad. Like I said, OKC, Boston, any of those kind of like huge contenders. I mean, Golden State, Cavs right now, like those guys look really scary. So we'll see where the Suns place in the greater scale of leagues. But I mean, um, just to finish that thought, when they finish against those games, we'll see where the Suns. I am pausing right here. I am like out of energy. What I'm trying to say here is we'll see where the Suns stand after those huge games. Okay, that's all I have to say. But I mean, taking 2 games from the Mavs, this 7 game series started when we took on the Mavs at our home, and now it has hit 7 against the Mavs. So kind of poetic, really. I believe this ties the highest, longest streak that the Suns have had. I know last year we went on like 2 7 game winning streaks. So this year, hopefully, we can go above 8. Um, Sorry, I haven't been watching most of Sacramento, so interested to see how that's going. I think looking at the standings right now. Sacramento is currently the 5th seed. Oh wow, they jumped up. I did not know that. But I know the Sacramento Kings had a pretty bad start to the season, but it seems like they're climbing back now. Sabonis, it's going to be scary. We're just going to be in for another close game. I mean, if we're going back to my predictions here, I predict that the Suns will win that. Where is it? This. I predict the Suns will win this. I mean, we faced the Sacramento Kings 2 times in the next 3 games. So I kind of expect one of them it being a back to back game. So I kind of expect us to lose one of these Sacramento Kings. Whether or not it'll be this one on Sunday or it'll be the one on the back to back, we'll find out. But so that will be interesting. Sacramento Kings coming back at home before we go on a nice long road trip. But for now, the Suns stay on top of the Western Conference. So we're gonna take a little segment here of me reacting to other things around the league, as already a few interesting things happen here. So Suns first seed, let's go. Um, ESPN puts us at a first seed for some reason. Um, I think it's the same for other things. Still perfect at home. Three, we're 3-1 on away games, and we're tied with Oklahoma City Thunder. Again, that's going to be an interesting game. I feel like it might not go our way, to be honest, here, because Thunder is like crazy defensively. But I mean, also we might get Thunder on a bad night here, because they also took their first loss to Denver. And I know we could definitely beat Denver, so we'll see. We'll see. Keep your eyes on that calendar, boys. That is going to be an interesting game. Golden State Warriors finally lost. Let's go. Okay. I saw this on Twitter today, before before this game, and today's national TV schedule included this Phoenix and Dallas game, and uh, what is going on right now, Philly and Lakers. So that's such a boring matchup. Let's be honest here. The other national TV scheduled game should have been Golden State and Cleveland. They're Cleveland undefeated and remains undefeated, by the way. They are now 10-0. They've won 10 straight games. That's crazy. That is crazy. Boston went into overtime against the Nets. What are the Nets on? Uh, The East has looked really interesting to me this year. The West, I kind of expected. Well, I didn't expect the Warriors to be up this high. Um, expected Grizzlies to come back. Pelicans, I did not expect to be hit with the Memphis Grizzly, the Memphis injuries of last year. So, I mean, tough break for Pelicans, but they're probably going to bounce back later in the season. Um, East, not expecting this kind of. Charlotte is the fourth seed. What the frick is going on the East that Charlotte is the fourth seed? Charlotte beat the Pacers. What is going on in Indiana? What is going on in the East in general, man? The Bucks lose again. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny. They're 2-7. At some point, you gotta feel bad. We really just stole everything from them. We lost the championship from them, which yeah, yeah. I'm okay with stealing from the Bucks now. We took Grayson Allen, and we took Bud. So sucks to suck, Bucks. Um, yeah, crazy nights. There's still a couple games going on right about now, but nothing really huge. Okay, wow, very good night. Very good night from the Phoenix Suns. Close one, but a very expected if you know this team. So, um, yeah, we'll be back here once again on Sunday when the Suns will be facing the Sacramento Kings, 6 p.m. Today's game was a little bit early, not used to it, but that will be interesting. Okay, well, that will be doing it all for me tonight. Suns win, awesome. Another night, another peaceful night of sleeping for me. So, have a good night, everyone. Suns win again. Hmm. Have a good night. We'll see you Sunday. Suns up. Oh wait, I'm supposed to put that.
Kevin Durant